They found that I have subluxation, and it changed my life forever.
And now I'm the healthiest person in the family.
Well, I get my spine checked too, and I've just been doing great ever since.
Since then, I no longer take any medication.
As of a year ago, I haven't used an inhaler.
Tremendous relief immediately.
And I'm happy to say that it totally changed my life.
It is my distinct privilege and honor to give you the greatest leader in the health professions today, Dr. C.J. Mertz.
Have you ever wondered why no matter what seems to be wrong with you, the answer is always in a pill or a shot? It's called the medicine pump theory, or the law of addition and subtraction. Here's how it works. If you get sick, take medication. If that doesn't work, take stronger medication. If that still hasn't worked, then you're given an injection of something you can't spell or pronounce, a drug you really don't even want to know about. In other words, when you're sick, add medication to the body. Keep adding. And if the body part still remains sick, then consider subtracting the body part. Yes, the last resort, surgery. You might think I was talking about some medieval form of medicine, but unfortunately, this is what's available in traditional healthcare today. Have you ever wondered what would happen to a healthy person if you gave them drugs? You guessed right. They'd probably get sick. So why would we want to give drugs to anyone at all? The answer is so simple. In traditional medicine, there is really no other choice. So in order for us to have a new and better choice, we need a new and better belief. A principle so powerful that it could transform our whole idea about how we get well when we're sick and stay well afterwards for life.
Right now, while you're listening to my voice, your heart is beating without you thinking about it. Your stomach is digesting your meal. Your eyes see me, your ears hear me without even thinking about it, along with approximately 2 million other functions that occur every minute in your body. These things happen automatically for you. The question then is whether this power that automatically runs your body functions is the same power responsible for the healing and repair of every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. And the answer is emphatically yes. The problem is that this life-giving power may not be properly flowing through your nerve system. Nerve interference can lead to lower health performance, like headaches, pain, or fatigue. So if you haven't received a spine and nerve system checkup, it may just be the most important test you've been missing your entire life. When we're sick, most of us grew up expecting a doctor to check our pulse, blood pressure, temperature, or take a blood test. But have you ever noticed, no matter what the test result, the answer was always some sort of medication, antibiotic, antihistamine, fever medicine, muscle relaxers, anti-inflammatories, or painkillers? As long as you keep looking in the same place for a solution, you'll keep finding the same solutions. Medicine after medicine after medicine. There's not a single doctor alive today who could even tell you how these medicines could react in combination together. It's a very scary situation for millions of people around the world because most of the drugs I just mentioned are available over the counter to anyone, in any amount, anytime you want it. And this doesn't even include prescription medication. Taking drugs first completely breaks the law of high-performance healing in the body. The power that made your body heals your body. This is, of course, your brain and nerve system, the master system, which controls all other healing in your body. The human brain and nerve system have proven time and time again to control the hidden ability to correct virtually any illness the body has suffered as long as the brain and nervous system are free of interference.
So what is most likely to interfere with your nerve system that's carrying all the healing messages from your brain to your body? The answer is so simple and so vital to your future health potential, you have to wonder why it's been overlooked for so long. You see, all your body's healing messages have to flow down through your spinal cord before getting anywhere else in your body. That means if your spinal column loses somehow its healthy position, it can put pressure or interfere with the messages traveling over the nerve system. This condition is known as vertebral subluxation,
and can lead to very serious health consequences. So checking your pulse, blood pressure, temperature, and blood are still important tests. But doesn't it make more sense to have your spine and nerve system professionally checked for nerve interference? So we have people from all over the world today that have been helped by chiropractic. Thanks for coming. It's great to have you all. It's good to see you too. Sue, how about you? How's chiropractic helped you?
Well, for 5 years I suffered with irritable bowel and was taking lots of medication that my doctor prescribed me. And after the advice of my brother to see a chiropractor, I went for a spinal checkup and I found I had subluxation, and it just changed my life forever.
Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Now, I was suffering with allergies almost most of my life. And they tried any kind of drug and medication that they could think of, anything that came out new. Nothing worked, so they finally tried allergy shots. There's a 1 in a million chance every time I took one of those of dying. I finally went and got a chiropractic checkup, and since then, I no longer take any medications. It has changed my life.
Isn't that amazing? The power that made the body heals the body, doesn't it?
Well, my husband and I tried for 2 years to have a baby, and until a dear friend referred me to a chiropractor, and he checked my spine and found subluxation, and I realized my body didn't need any outside help. It just didn't need any interference.
And how'd that work out for you?
I have 2 beautiful children.
Wow.
Fact: the spine and nerve system should be properly maintained from birth. However, birth for almost everyone alive on this planet is the most traumatic experience they'll ever have. Even in so-called natural deliveries, the attending physician commonly uses over 80 pounds or 40 kilograms of pressure. That's enough to stretch the baby's neck sometimes twice its normal length before the rest of the body is delivered. You can just imagine what happens with a forceps or C-section. Those types of deliveries can be even more traumatic. The small bones near the top of the spine can go out of their healthy alignment and put pressure on the baby's nerve system. This condition is called vertebral subluxation, which interferes with the body's ability to heal and grow. Unfortunately, most babies have never received this important spine and nerve test.
Sue, how has chiropractic helped you?
Well, in my last trimester of pregnancy, I was experiencing extreme lower back pain due to pressure the baby was putting on my sciatic nerve. A friend referred me to chiropractic care, and after my first visit, I experienced tremendous relief immediately. I was then concerned about the trauma placed on the baby coming through the birth canal. So at her 4th hour of life, she got her first checkup, and we've been checked ever since.
Congratulations. Congratulations to you and your family.
As we continue to grow, we learn to crawl and eventually learn to walk. The vast majority of us successfully complete this process. But have you ever wondered how many times a child falls while they learn how to walk? The truth is, children fall hundreds of times in the pursuit of standing up. Just imagine what kind of impact that has on your little spine and your nerve system inside of it. If you and I fell at that frequency now, we'd be bedridden within 24 hours. Unfortunately, thousands of children around the world are just that, bedridden, unable to develop properly.
In the next several years of childhood, you'll fall out of trees, off skateboards, rollerblades, and bicycles. You'll trip over shoelaces, fall downstairs, fall from walking, running, skipping, jumping, and just generally goofing around. Add to this backpack strain and sports injuries stemming from gymnastics, football, wrestling, track, soccer, hockey, even cheerleading. The total number of impacts is staggering and extremely punishing to the body. And still, most school-age children have not yet received this important nerve system test. By age 16, children get the dubious honor of receiving a license to drive. The Driver Motor Vehicle Association has concluded that every adult will be in a car accident approximately every 10 years. What this means is the average 30-year-old has already been in 3 fender bending, pole wrapping, rear ending, side swiping, head-on collisions, or worse.
About 10 years ago, I had an accident. I went into my windshield about 65 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
I had an L5-S1 disc injury, and My first option that they gave me in the hospital was to have it fused. So I wanted a second opinion. At 21 years old, I had too much time to go, so I went to my chiropractor for a subluxation checkup. And now I'm the healthiest person in the family.
I was hit broadside by a drunk driver, and I was pinned in my car. I was saved by the jaws of life. I was taken to the hospital and given all kinds of medication to help me relieve the pain that I was experiencing from the car accident. And after being on medication for many, many years and not getting any improvement, a good friend of mine introduced me to her chiropractor. And I went in to get a spinal check, and I've been pain-free ever since.
By age 30, most of us have already decided on a career, which could range from heavy physical demands and activities at work that are less physical, but highly repetitive. And then, of course, there's the stress of keeping up with your job performance. Stress and physical impacts are the two most common causes for spinal bones shifting out of their healthy position, leading to nerve system interference. Nerve interference can and will lower your health potential. Having your spine properly checked by a subluxation expert is still one of the best kept health secrets in the world. But not for long. Not simply because of this program, but because you should see the list of people who already are getting their spines checked to maintain high performance healing. The list includes people like Robin Williams, Denzel Washington, Bob Hope, Whitney Houston, Clint Eastwood, Steven Seagal, and Mel Gibson. Motivational speakers, Anthony Robbins and Mark Victor Hansen. Singers, Madonna, Kenny Loggins, and Van Halen. The list also includes baseball's home run king Mark McGwire, John Smoltz, and Don Sutton. Basketball's all-world Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and John Stockton. It includes bodybuilding's Arnold Schwarzenegger, boxing's Evander Holyfield, John Elway, the Denver Broncos, Atlanta Falcons, and the San Francisco 49ers. It includes most golfers on the PGA Tour, including Tiger Woods. Hockey great Wayne Gretzky, Olympic gold medalist Dan O'Brien and Mary Lou Retton, triathlete Mark Allen, tennis greats Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, and supermodel Christy Brinkley, just to name a few.
The length of this list makes chiropractic the fastest growing drugless health movement in the world. But you don't have to be famous to make this list and benefit from the most powerful form of high performance healing on the planet today. You're just one checkup away from revealing the hidden power already within you that can lead to high performance healing for life.
I didn't realize that the low back discomfort that I was having was not only very dangerous, but was not normal at all, as I had come to believe, because I'd had it for 30 years. So I realized immediately how important it is to get my 4 kids in there right away to have them checked too. And the beautiful part about it is that my 10-year-old son, who was then labeled as borderline ADD by his school teacher, he is not only making straight A's now, but he's thriving in the honors program.
Wow. The only thing you have to lose is lowered performance healing. So take action and call the number on your screen right now. If the eye is the window to your soul, then your posture is the window to your health because it's the window to your spine. You see, if your posture's off, then your spine inside is also off. And the spine houses your nerve system, the master healing system for your whole body. So if your posture's out of alignment, putting pressure on your nerve system, this misalignment will cause interference and lower performance healing. This condition is known as vertebral subluxation, and as we've discussed, is one of the best kept health secrets in the world. Now I want to make sure you understand. Nerve interference causes all sorts of chemical imbalances within the body. Those chemical imbalances lead to all kinds of performance imbalances, like headaches, back pain, fatigue, muscle soreness, numb fingers or carpal tunnel syndrome, aching joints, rashes, fevers, stomach problems, sinus congestions,